Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Educational Gamer and we are playing Strategic Command World at War, where we are playing the Allies and the Germans are very close to collapsing in November 1943. So, we are approaching Germany from the south here, from Italy. We've just landed troops in the Netherlands and we have made some good progress on the Eastern Front, so let's see what the Germans are going to make out of that, and I think we are going to stay at this zoom level. So, we are liberating the Netherlands, yes we are, that is also extremely happy. Bulgaria surrenders, that is also good. India is getting some money for all that, so that is nice to see. And actually I think Tokyo mobilizes its own guard. Osaka as well. Yeah, we should really need to be careful with what the Allies are doing. Whoa. Inclement weather? Prince of Wales, really? Long-range aircraft development for the UK, amphibious warfare, nice to see. Heavy bombers level 1 for the US. China more industrial. It's really not that required. China has immense industrial power already in our game. So yeah, let's see. I'm specifically concerned with the German response to our landings in the Netherlands. So we have to see what's going to happen over there. I'm guessing that they'll pull off a lot of troops and we'll struggle to put in enough troops with the single harbour in The Hague that we do have. Let's actually zoom in a little because I don't see enough what's going on. Sometimes it just happens somewhere on the map. That's an interesting move. Oh, you're trying to cut us off, aren't you? You're trying to cut into Dubrovnik. Don't think that will be very viable for these forces, but we'll have to see. A lot of very passive moves by the Germans now, but I think that's gonna probably change very soon. I think. Ooh, did I not reinforce you? Trying to attack out of Neapels. Interesting move. The garrison isn't the biggest threat to this pocket. German tanks are immensely good. As you can see over here. Even in a pocket they fight like lions. Alright, then I think no, they are still moving around. Yeah, but this should, I mean, just give it 2 turns maybe until this collapses. German national morale suffers. French partisans are doing a couple of things in Nancy and we are blockading their ports. That's indeed true. And disrupting the Sweden convoys. I would really like Sweden to get on our side. But that is something that we will have to see. For now I'm pretty happy that our landings in the Netherlands were somewhat unopposed. I do know about the garrison in Kristiansand and we do get our first shock army, so that's nice to see. Right, so let's have a look over here. This is 1, this is 2, so let's advance with our corps over here. Ideally I would like to take Antwerpen. I would also ideally like to take Bremen. Let's try to take Bremen first. Slightly worse than expected, but there we go. So that means our long-range group can advance into Bremen. So we do get another harbour, and that is fantastic for us. We can actually advance a little bit towards Hamburg. But really don't want to overextend ourselves over here. So can we bring in these tanks right now? Yes we can, because this is indeed a good enough harbour level, because we captured it roughly intact. Can advance onto Hanover but not quite get there. I think capturing Essen wouldn't be too bad either. Both because of the points that are sitting over there and because of the fact that it cuts the rail line going directly this way, so it might be a little bit more difficult for them to grab us over there. These mechanized forces, so I believe you should be able to land here and advance onto Antwerp. And that should help us out. Oh, I didn't quite expect there to be so much snow. I think none of our air forces over here can operate this turn. That's unfortunate. Okay, let's then at least make sure that we are upgrading them as appropriate. So specifically the UK bombers do deserve an upgrade. As does probably the heavy bomber of the US. Right, this is unfortunate because I would really like to do more against Antwerp. But it is nice, certainly very nice, that we did get the so we have a headquarter, Montgomery. That's good for us, of course. Right, so what else? We've got the Sudanese headquarter, we've got a couple of troops down here. We've got armored tanks that we could put on shore somewhere. And it would not necessarily be opposed as such. I think what we're going to do though is bring them in on Bremen. Or Kiel. Kiel would allow us to advance on Copenhagen as well. But no, let's get into Bremen and advance a little bit towards the south, and I think that's a good move over there. Okay, you are proper call, so that's alright. Yeah, so we are already threatening Düsseldorf now, and that is good. You'll be in trouble next turn, my friend. So what we actually need to do, we positively need to make an attack over here. Well, at least the entrenchment should drop. It's not doing enough for us. What are you? You are another army, right. So you should actually advance to Düsseldorf. National Morale Center. How can we suffer so much? Ah, there we go. Can't you attack a second time? I thought the UK had the technology to do that right now. Alright, we don't seem to be... Oh, we should have used our carriers. Although there are some interceptors. Yeah, this isn't going too good. Okay, you need to come back to harbor. And you actually need to be upgraded as well. Okay, that's alright. I'm not particularly keen on the situation down here. Although it's not critical. We might be able to get Antwerp next time around. So what we need then is to get more units into Amsterdam and areas like it. So whom have we got? Okay, let's pick up the artillery. Gonna put you into transport? Yes. Oh, I could move you up there right now. Let's do that. Oh, I cannot. Yeah, because that harbor needs to replenish. But if we move them in this turn, they will be able to move next turn. So I still think that should be fine. So let's move the transport up there. You could actually be transported all the way over here, land there, and maybe even attack this turn. Right. So far so good. You, my lad, get into transport. Get all the way over here, and then next time you'll be able to disembark. And that should be alright. And we have all of these Canadians and other and associated forces. And I would like to land you as well. Well, it's kind of difficult to do that over there. Tanks, more units towards the harbour. O'Connor headquarters, let's at least get you over there. But I think we'll be fine. We have the artillery, we have the anti-tanks. Let's put the artillery in transports. And then I'm going to put the Canadian tanks in long-range transports. And the Canadian Corps as well. And the Canadian headquarters as well. So you'll have the flexibility to land somewhere else as well. And then we are going to get these guys over here, and that is fine. Good. So, breaking out of over here, let's have a look at Italy then. So, down here in the south of Italy, we should pretty much be able to take this, shouldn't we? Well, so. Let's do some strikes. Use our heavy artillery. Ooh, I know, losing a lot. Good result so far. Let's move you up. Mechanized forces are going to be reinforced. You're going to move up. Artillery is going to move up. Patton is driving his boys. And over here I would ideally like to take this attack. And potentially we can, and that should be alright. And then next time you're going to be completely screwed. Alright, good. Good enough for me. So, the troops up here have very low readiness, morale and supplies, so we don't really need to prep them anymore for any advance, but of course we can. And attacking Turin would be to... yeah, I think Turin is the higher priority target in that regard. I would also like to take on these tanks up here. At least reduce their morale. There are interceptors, but I do hope we have escorts. Can't quite see the interceptors. I didn't see them. Must be somewhere on the map, shouldn't they? Well, probably in Frankfurt. Right, they have very low readiness, very low morale. We do have some tactical bombers. But they can't quite reach up there, so I think it's fine to just attack like that. Nice. I mean, we are very much... we did take a heavy beating over there, but so did the Germans, and that is the most important thing. Right. Some of our guys need to be reinforced. You could be reinforced, but you don't necessarily need to be reinforced. Right, some strikes over here. Your morale is pretty high actually, so let's strike. And with the tactical bombers again, these are more to deal really damage. Strike the Romanians. And make sure to move all of these guys up. So that should be alright. Good. Artillery, rocket artillery. Let's move that up. 12th Army. Guess you can advance on Vienna. Which is apparently not occupied, so let's grab it. Should also reduce the supplies of these guys quite significantly. And Bradley's gonna come up that way. No, actually, you should actually come back. There we go. Enough fighters though. All of that is fine. You need to be reinforced. Just on the aircraft. It's fine. Good. Our carrier force then should help out, I think, over here a little bit. So we have captured Romania. Let's continue to push on the Germans over here so that we can advance somewhat towards Bucharest. Meet the Soviets over here. That's nice. And then we need to safeguard our front over here. So potentially withdraw a little. I don't necessarily like to have tanks in defensive postures like that, but I think we are alright. Yeah. Not an overly aggressive or innovative play, granted, but still I still think that's worthwhile. Where are you getting your supplies from? Probably from Belgrade. Could land on these supplies, on these resources, but you know, why would we? I mean, I think we are much better off just pushing up here gently against these forces. Got the Indians over there. Cut off Bucharest, although it will have supplies, so that's not quite as critical. So we can look at the rest of the Eastern Front now, I guess, and think about how we want to kill these tanks. And apparently we can, so happy about that. Let's start out over here with an attack by this corps. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but with these mechanized forces. Shattered the heavy tanks. Lovely result. Gonna move up towards Transylvania. You have done your strike, but we're gonna go there anyway. How can we deal some damage on the first corps? Would ideally not like it to attack across the river, but come on! That should have fallen. That really should have fallen. Even the tactical bomber doesn't do a single bit of damage. So, alright. Okay, over here, a little bit more towards the north, we have an army that certainly seems capable of advancing. Nice. Didn't expect that to happen, but it did, so not gonna complain. Right, but I do think some of you guys need to be reinforced so that you don't lose your steam. Maybe not this army. I think we can advance at least towards Lublin. This core is fine. And then we have this little extra pocket for these German tanks. Let's attack the tanks. I think they are the bigger threat, so it's slow going, but here we are. Small malus there, but all in all we are fine. Bring up the tanks. Gonna upgrade the heavy tanks before I do anything else. That needs to be reinforced. And then I can use one of my favorite units. So actually you can march up over there. One of my favorite units, the armored tank, which is kind of fun. Not much more, but fun to use. Okay, and you are right, I guess, so yeah, let's advance simply as much as possible towards Warsaw. So we are now on the front, on the gates of Warsaw. So that is lovely to see. Up in the far north, these guys I think should get a little bit of rest if possible, but on the other hand I want to push into this pocket and really decimate these guys. So actually let's start out with our heavy tanks. Bring them up over here. Start an attack on Riga, -3, -1, good trade. Happy about that. Then bring up this army. Do more damage against their headquarter, which should work out nicely. Yeah, so much things where we can't really do that much damage though. Oh, we can attack another time with our tanks. That's nice. Right. Still, I think... Okay. Move you down there. Pull you out. Get special forces in. Take Riga. No. Take Riga. Are you able to move in? Ah, goddammit. So we're not able to move into Riga. Oh well, that's disappointing. Okay, you can simply be reinforced. And then this army should probably go down rather than starting to clear up the pocket so that we keep these guys unbalanced, but can also do some tactical bombings down here. I mean, there is the AA, granted, but if we can bomb them, yes, and we can, then they will be out of supplies pretty much, and that's nice. Attack down here. Another attack, so they shouldn't really have any zone of control left, and that means we can attack, in fact, capture Riga, which is obviously very nice for us to do. I should not get my AA close to the front line. Yeah, I'm happy about this distribution of forces over here. I mean, you could come towards our headquarters, but if you do that, you're really dead. So let's move up our battleship towards over here, so we can even attack a little bit. Oh, you didn't even use your shells. That's fine. Well, I'm guessing what we should do is actually move you up a little bit. Well, soon enough we will be able to do that, so guess that's fine. Move up our forces. It is a little bit dangerous because they can push in, but then again I don't believe they will. Good. That does about settle it for all of the various European fronts. Let's briefly check on the Pacific Theater. We were trying to capture Manila. Not quite. How about if I land my attack like that? Yeah? Can I enter? Yes, I can. Nice. Good. Okay, so freed up Manila. That should be okay. You're pretty entrenched, so I think I simply need to attack like that, and then you'll be coming down there, and that's fine. And you should also, yeah, you can't reinforce over here, so that's alright. Yeah, and you, I guess, can play around with that. Okay, and you know what? We are actually going to send the Australians already into that position. And then I think soon we'll be able to capture these points for MacArthur. That should be pretty decent. And what I think we need is move up our Air Force. Did move a couple of our units over here on towards the Korean Peninsula, so they should really be able to. Of course, I mean there are a lot of hostile units around. Kurashiro is empty, so we can potentially land up there and then fight our way down here towards Tokyo. Otherwise I expect all cities and all of that to be heavily guarded. But I mean, we do have a lot of special forces, so we might be able to hold out long enough and deal enough damage to potentially take a harbor, and at that point it should become a little bit easier. The New Zealand guys should get better weapons. Everyone else is fine. Special forces over here, carriers over here. More carriers over here. Battleships are fine. What's this? Naval flotilla. Yeah, and then we'll simply need to conduct a massive naval strike. Even though I don't quite believe that that's going to be enough, but yeah, all in all, I'm pretty happy how things stand. Let's briefly check on what we want to buy or research. As the USSR, advanced fighters and tanks are certainly high priorities. I think ground attack weapons are also very nice for us. Industrial technology and production technology in particular, also always very good. But so far I think we are pretty much well positioned. Let's spend a little bit more on ground attack weapons. I think that's going to be fine. We have new units, haven't we? Yeah, we got the shock army, which is certainly going to be interesting, and I think we're going to employ that here towards the central region so that we can drive towards Berlin with this. And the shock army, I realize it's taking so, they're ready so quickly, that I really want to at least buy another one. Doesn't leave us with too much money, but I think we'll be fine. And mostly rolling through Germany. By the way, you can see the speed of the German collapse over here, I think. So firstly, national morale just going down, but most importantly, the losses, the red line over here, just in our turns very much skyrocketing, and the income starting to collapse over here. So yeah, very, very happy to see them losing so much. And really, I mean, down here in Romania, you can sort of see that they're probably not going to last out a lot longer. All of the Balkans are in dire needs, and even in Germany, we've captured Düsseldorf. We are very close to capturing Hamburg, I believe. Hanover, Dortmund might be taken, and indeed we are actually within reach of Berlin. So yeah, I think that is a very nice position to be in. We should actually take Munich, since these guys have moved already. There's no point really not doing this. Do we want to go on to Nuremberg or Mannheim? I think Mannheim might be nice. Surprise enemy contact. That was a bit unfortunate, because these guys are very weak already, but I think we'll be alright in due time. Just advancing here into Bavaria and sort of that area, so... Ooh! Ooh! You know what? We can get Slovakia to capitulate, and that's funny because if you remember well, we started for a very long time ago our game by having a Polish cavalry division come into this region and sort of grab that area down there, and that was kind of our one good thing that happened for years for us. So that's very nice to see that is happening again. Right. Other than that, I am pretty happy though. So yeah, not much else to do. I really hope that we are going to be able to take Antwerp, but even otherwise, just having Bremen and Amsterdam are already very, very good points for our supply. So yeah, happy about that. We can actually look at our supply situation, or at least how it's going to be next turn. Yeah, you can see it's pretty decent actually. Good. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.